Okay, so today's going to be very glute heavy. A couple things will require us to be on the ground, on your knees. So if you need some sort of something soft underneath you, you might want to grab that if you don't have a mat or anything. But we're going to do 5 different movements, each for a minute, and that'll be a set. And we're going to do 3 sets, and they're all pretty glute heavy. So we'll go over each movement, and then we'll get started. But we're just working for a minute on each. There's no like set number of reps. So the first one is going to be a combination of a fire hydrant and a donkey kick. So I'm starting in this tabletop position, and I'm going to do a donkey kick and then a fire hydrant. So a donkey kick, I'm squeezing my glute. I'm going to start with my right. So I'm squeezing my right glute and then just bringing my bent leg up backwards like that. And then a fire hydrant, I'm coming out to the side. So I'm using my medial glute. Unfortunately, I think that one's supposed to be like a dog peeing on a fire hydrant. So I'm just doing the 2. We're going to do one side for 30 seconds, and then we'll switch sides. But at speed, it looks like coming up, and then over, up, and then over. These are ones that look pretty silly, but they get pretty gnarly after a little while. Let's try a few on each side if you haven't already. I find that with all of these, it's really helpful to just be thinking about squeezing my glutes as I perform them. It's a little bit of a mind-muscle connection there. So we'll do a minute of those, so 30 seconds per side. Then we'll flip over and we'll do a classic glute bridge. So feet are in and flat, and then I'm extending my hips open all the way, pressing into my heels, squeezing my glutes at the top. Let's try a couple of those. Awesome. Looks great. It's kind of like, with it earlier this week that we did those frog pumps. The only feedback I got was, let's not do those outside anymore. So then the kneeling squat. For that, I'm going to start in a kneeling position, get a better angle. I like to start sitting up on my toes rather than sitting all the way on my feet, but it's up to you. Then I'm just going to pop up, squeeze my glutes at the top, and then come back down, just like that. This is one you could definitely hold the weight for if you wanted to, but I'm really thinking about a big contraction in my glutes at the top. It's called a kneeling squat. I'm not sure if I said that. Looks good. Awesome. Okay, then after that, we're going to do some single leg hip thrusts. So the difference between a bridge and a thrust is the elevation of your back. So a glute bridge, your back is on the ground. A glute thrust, technically your back would be on a bench or something like that, but we're going to do a no equipment version. So I'm going to pop up on my hands, or I'm going to like put my hands behind me, and then from here, I'm going to use one leg to open up my hips. So just like that, pressing into my heel and the leg that's doing the work. After 30 seconds, we'll switch sides and go to the other side. Awesome. I think these are going to be the spicy one, personally. Looks good. Cool. And then one last thing, the split squat kickback. This is another one we'll do for 30 seconds and then switch sides. So I'm going to get in a split position, just like in those RDLs, but I'm going to bring my back knee to the ground. I think we've done these before, but as soon as I get to the top, I'm going to shift my weight just slightly forward, and then I'm going to kick backwards, squeezing the glute on that side. So at speed, come down, and then kick up. Let's try it. Next. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Whoops. Any questions? I'll let you know which move we're on and where we're going. I'm going to do a minute each. I think we're going to do 3 rounds, a little bit of rest in between. So let's start in 10 seconds, starting with those donkey hydrants. So the kick back and then the kick to the side. We're going to do one side. Here we go. We're going to do one side, and then we'll switch at the 30-second mark. So find a pace that works for you. These are kind of meant to be high rep bodyweight movements. Whew. It's burning. All right, switching sides in 3, 2, 1. Here we go, other side. Nice work, 15 more seconds. Glute bridge is coming up next. Three, 2, 1. Onto our back and glute bridge. The two-legged one. Squeezing our glutes to the top. I'm feeling the burn. Going for a full minute. Whew. 20 more seconds. Kneeling squats are coming up in 5, 3, 2, 1. All right, kneeling squats. Starting that kneeling position, squeezing the glutes. Whew. I'm sweating. Whew. Great work. All right. 10 seconds, and then that single leg hip thrust is coming up. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. This one is 30 seconds on each side. Fine by me. Whew. Find a pace that works for you. If you got to do a rep and then take a little breather, that's all good. I was right. This is the spicy one for me. Switching sides in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Great job. "15 seconds. Split squat kickbacks coming up in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 30 seconds per side. And switch. Whew. 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Wow. That was not what I expected. In a good way. We'll rest a little. And then we'll do it again. If you got to change your pace, that's all good. Definitely think my second round might be a little less voluminous than the first. Let's rest like 15 more seconds. All right, we got this. Donkey hydrants. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Great job. Switching sides in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Ten seconds. Glute bridges are coming up next. 3, 2, 1. Here we go, glute bridge. Thinking about squeezing our glutes, open our hips up as far as we can. Nice job. Whew. Thirty seconds. Nice work. 5 seconds. Kneeling squats are next. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Kneeling squats. Great job. 20 seconds. Three, two, one. Single leg hip thrust. Whew. Great job. This one's tough. Switching in 6 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Ten seconds. Split squat kickbacks coming up in 5, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Nice. Great work, everyone. Whew. Switching sides in 5 seconds. And switch. Great work. Whew. Three, two, one. Rest. Okay. Great job. We can do that again, right? 3. 'Ready. I think we're ready. We got this. We're seasoned pros now. Let's go in 8 seconds. Starting with that donkey hydrants combo. 30 seconds each side. 2, 1. Here we go. Nice job. Ten more seconds and we switch. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Nice job. 15 seconds. Glute bridge is up next. 3, 2, 1. Switch. Glute bridge. Nice work. 30 more seconds. Ten seconds, and we go to the kneeling squat. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Doing great, everyone. Nice job, 30 seconds. Ten seconds, and we go to the single leg hip thrust. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Single leg hip thrust. We meet again. Switching in 10 seconds. Nice job. 3, 2, 1. Other side. Ten seconds. And then we got split squat kickbacks. Coming in 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Last minute. Great work. Switching sides in 7 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, last 30 seconds. Ten seconds. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Woo. Okay. Just make a change there. Okay. So today's workout, it's gonna be 12 minutes long. 10 thrusters, 20 push-ups, and 10 burpees. So a lot of everyone's favorites in there. So for the thruster, if you don't have a weight of any sort, you could certainly do a towel version, which I've just got a blanket here. But for a thruster, with a weight, I would have it in front of me, or if I was doing a single arm version in a rack position, and I would squat down and then use the upward momentum to help me send it overhead, or a two-hand version would be like that. So like in the last 10% on the way up, I'm kind of like hitting a booster to help me in bringing it overhead. So if you want to do a towel version or blanket version, you could either have it in front like this, and as you come up, just send it up overhead. With a blanket, it is a little awkward to have it out in front, so there's nothing wrong with having it in a back rack position, squatting down, and then coming overhead. But if you gotta wait, then a way to work just fine. And if you're doing single hand version, you can just do 5 on each side. Push-ups, you can you can scale by elevating your hands on like a box or a bench or the back of a chair. You can use the wall. And if you don't have something like that, you could certainly scale by performing them from your knees, like so. Let's try a couple push-ups, however we want to do them in the workout. Awesome. Cool. Okay, and then for the burpee, we're using our shoulders a lot in this workout. Got it in the thrusters, push in there, and then a push up. So when we do these burpees, we want to conserve as much upper body as we can. So the phrase I always use for burpees is a controlled flop. So I'm kind of hitting the deck, and I'm using my upper body enough to break my fall, but I'm not like performing a push-up. So I'm gonna bring my hands to the ground, and then I'm gonna hit the deck, but I didn't like stay rigid in my whole body and lower myself down. And then the same is true on the way up. As I come up, I'm not doing a push-up like that. I'm more peeling myself up, so I haven't really used my upper body that much here, and then I'm snapping my hips shut, jumping and clapping. So at speed, I'm just kind of hitting the deck. I won't make you do any burpees beforehand. I've seen you all do them. I know we can do them, and I know everyone's a big fan. So 12 minutes. I think it said 13 on Modify. I don't know if anyone looks at Modify for a reference. 10 thrusters, 20 push-ups, 10 burpees. 10, 20, 10. 12 minutes. Everyone good to go? Okay. I'm going to put 12 minutes on the clock. Let's start in 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Off to a great start. Great work. Come on, push-ups. Woo. Nice job. Nice work, everyone. Great pace. Awesome push-ups, Beth and Cora. Whew. Here we go. Here we go. Awesome job. Here we go. 5 more minutes. Doing great. Here we go. Nice job. Whew. Yeah, buddies. A little more than 3 minutes left. Easy work. Nice. Nice. Great work. We are almost there. "90 seconds. You got this. All right, 1 more minute left. Let's get it. Nice. Nice work. Awesome job, Heather. Great work, Jenna. 30 seconds left. 3, 2, 1. Rest. Nice job, everyone. Great work. I coach another class right after this with different programming, and during the first round, I was looking at that programming and I was seeing like burpees, push-ups, and I was like, I'm gonna slow down. If you want a little bit of mobility, we're gonna do double pigeon today. So lots of glute happenings today. So I'm gonna stack my legs like this. You'll see like a big gap in my knee here. I've got a really tight external rotation in my hip. So I'm just gonna apply the lightest of pressure, pushing that knee down, getting that stretch out in my medial glutes, letting it sink down. You could also do standard pigeon, which is one leg out in front on its side, and then I'm sinking down like that. Both are totally valid. Hang out for a little bit, then switch sides. Whatever feels good. Whew.